Here are the Sharpie Fine Point. These are brand spanking new this year, 2025. We're going to look at these. We're going to look at all the colors. We have all the names. I pulled all the names off of Blick. These are also similar to the names that we had for the bullet tips. And they have changed this purple. It was called lilac in both of them. They just called it purple now. But yes, it gets confusing because Sharpie doesn't put labels on these. These are high quality markers. These need names, Sharpie. Like, there's no doubt about it. If you're making artist type pens, put names on them. That's my 2 cents. Especially because there's 24 right now. If there's going to be more, yeah. Usually I try to do them in color order. But since these come in order from the pack, we are going to do them in order from here. So we're going to pull at the top. It's going to be red, orange, so that way we'll know all our colors. And then we're also going to label these. And how I like to label these, I don't have a label maker. I need to get one. We're going to use a white Posca marker to label them. We could probably use the white Sharpie, but I haven't tried yet. So just making sure we have some ink from that. You will have to make sure it dries in between. So we're just going to pull them out as they are from here. This is the Sharpie Bullet, and then this is the Sharpie Fine. So you can see that there's a lot less ink in here. These ones are a lot bigger. Let's look at the tips comparatively. So we see the tip is a lot different. It's a lot smaller. It looks like there's already ink on there, which is good. We don't have to do it. Like Sharpies, you don't have to shake. I think you can shake them, but you don't have to. Actually, I don't hear anything in there, so I'm not sure if you need to shake them. So if we look at all 3 tips, we have the brush, we have the bullet, and the bullet. So now we're getting into territory where Posca is. This one is a lot harder. This one's more flexible. And then this one, of course, is going to be flexible because it's a brush. So this one is going to be really good for fine details. And now I've got paint everywhere. So we'll do the regular on one side and the earth tone on the other so you guys can get them all named. So we're going to do a little bit of circle. You get some good coverage. Do a little line so we can see what they look like and then call it red. Orange. These are so much easier to write with. This is kind of what they were lacking. And I think I'm going to go at the end and label them all. I'm just going to do the swatches first, and then we'll go and label them. I started to capitalize that one. I was like, no. So this is blue, and they had blue listed not in the right order. So, but that's the only one that seems to be a little bit out of order. But if you follow this, you'll get them all from your pack. These ones, it doesn't matter quite as much because they're normal colors. It's when we start getting into the earth tones that we're going to be a little bit different. So like I said before, this one was called Lilac on the early iterations. Actually, I think the early iterations, I had no idea what these colors were, so I just made up names for them. And then I got the names, and then that one was Lilac. We're not going to be able to see the white. We'll just write it down. I can kind of see it like at an angle on the paper. So they do, it seems that they do spell the gray with a EY. So we will follow suit. So it's pretty easy. Okay, so the thing is, you might not be like, oh, I don't need to label these because I know the colors, but once you start adding more in, you're going to be like, which one was red, which one was not. So we are going to. So the Posca will take a little bit to dry. But then it should be good after that. It is on plastic, so plastic is the type of surface that these don't stick as well on. Paint pens. You can even see it when I write it, it kind of like falls off a little bit. Okay. Just does not want to stay. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Okay. So these ones I'm going to make sure I get them out in order so we can go by the order. Okay, it would be more helpful if it was like here, right? Okay, there we go. Now we have the names and you can read them. Okay, so this first one's going to be eucalyptus. Oh, I totally messed that up. Okay. We're going to do that. A little bit opposite. So I am going to name these right away just because I don't want to get them mixed up. Gosh, I totally spelled that wrong. So what we can do is if you make a mistake like that, oh, this is like has red on it. That's not helpful. You can kind of come in here like this a little bit. That was like the right one though. I totally messed up that too. So now we've taken away that, and we can put back our G, because our G can still be there. Okay, the next one is going to be terracotta. Okay, so I forgot to name this one. Okay, the next one is going to be, this is where it could get confusing. So this is why pulling them out in order is great. This is not the color order I choose, but I wanted to make sure that you guys can label these for sure. Okay. And this one is topaz. These are great colors. They're similar to the colors before. I'll double check to make sure that I think these are definitely, we'll make sure that these are all the same. These, I think, are exactly what the other ones were missing. We weren't able to write words very well, so having this finer tip is key. And because the colors are the same as the other ones, you can use them with the other colors. So that is great. The only thing that I would say that they're missing is the names. Okay, if you're going to make a high quality marker Sharpie, and they charge, is it $20 for these markers? So that's over $1 a marker. If you have over $1 a marker, I think the people want the names on the marker. That's just, if you're gonna make, I'll say it again, if you're gonna make a high quality marker, put the name on it. Otherwise, people are not gonna want to buy them. So I feel like this has potential. I rated them earlier against the Posca. These kind of remind me of the Posca early days. So they have the potential to go far. But I think if they don't have that name, and as they expand their line, people will definitely get frustrated. So that is a miss, a big miss right now that they don't have right now. Other than that, they're really nice. This is the black paper, but we're going to go through and make sure we got eucalyptus. They're in a little bit different order. Moss green, golden clay, terracotta, crimson, sandstone, amethyst, lilac, indigo, cerulean, and topaz. So we have all the same colors that we had from the earth tones before. We have on here, so you can use them with each other, which is amazing. I am wondering too if we're gonna get the earth tones in brush, because that would just be the icing on the cake there. I do notice these were the original names that I had. I think the colors look the same. I know this is different color paper, but they, instead of calling it lake green, they're calling it turquoise, and I wonder if that's a name I had for them. I'm not sure. Like I said, they called it lilac, they're now calling it purple. They called it cool gray, now they call it gray with an EY. So their names are not super consistent. We got rose pink, we have pink. Names aren't consistent, colors appear to be, which can be frustrating too, because if you knew these and you labeled them as rose pink and now it's pink and you get confused because now they have more colors, you can see how it would go. So now we're going to order them in color order. I'm going to love this. I don't care, like earth tones versus non-earth tones. At this point, I have them all listed already, so I would know which ones were earth tones and not. I just like my colors to be in color order. And I don't think I've done this yet, so that is exciting. To see the broad range. So you don't have to work only in the regular palette or the other palette. You can work in both. Let's do this. This one's probably closer to this. All right, I think we have them all, so let's sketch them off. Let's see. Oh gosh. So I'm going to come in here and fix that. The magic. And now I know exactly what this is. I don't have to wonder. Because it's labeled. Oh, I did it again. These are looking kind of similar. Markers show up a little bit different on black paper than they do on regular paper. That one looks white. That one looks lighter, which is interesting. Because it's not that much lighter on the white paper. think this one's sandstone. The original one did not have a brown, so it's nice that they have that. Did I totally forget eucalyptus? I did. I had it to the side. Oh my. I don't even know where I put the black either. That messes up my like perfect color order. Except for that one kind of looks white, so. Here are all the colors on the black paper. So we can kind of compare a little bit to the white paper. Your colors are going to be a little bit different on here. You see the rose quartz looks super like orange, pinkish. And then on here, it has that element of white, especially that eucalyptus down here. It looks green here. It does not look green here. It actually looks like it fits in down there, which it doesn't really. Like the lilac is not as pronounced. A lot of these colors are a little bit different than indigo. So they do appear different on black paper than they do on white. So depending on the surface you use, the color might be a little bit different. Now let's talk about these names. So we did notice that the names were slightly different. It looks like there's different names online for these, for the earth tones, which is so confusing. Sharpie, I don't know why they did that. There are different names. Like we saw that turquoise was a different color, pink was a different color, gray was a different color, purple was a different color. So far the names haven't been super consistent, but the colors are, so that's promising. We have 24 colors. We have 24 colors here. I mean, we have 24 colors in the bullet, and they are the same as the colors on here. And then we have 12 colors, and those 12 colors are the same as those colors right here. So our actual colors are the same. So if you're, whatever you do, just label them all the same. So you'll have your red. So I think I'm gonna go back and relabel these. I like these names a little bit better than the original ones they had. And I had my own names too that I had made up for them. And then I like these names. I don't like the new names. I will maybe do like a short video or something like that, or put it on my website and try to figure out why they even renamed them. But these are good names, so I don't know why they would do that. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like these new little ones? I think these are great. They would be fun to use on lots of different surfaces, even like in a planner, because you can write with them. They're not as super tip as this one. So this one is a Posca one that I do use in my planner. This is not quite the same. This will give you a little bit more, because this is, there's different Posca sizes, and this is like a, here's my Posca ones. We can look at if we have them all. I bought another one of these because my kids have used these like crazy. It's a different package though. So this one I feel is like this one maybe. This is the 1M. Then this is the 3cm. So let's see what size it's like of the Poscas. It would appear it's most like this 1M right here, the tip. It might be a little bit bigger. You can kind of see a little bit bigger than this one, but it's definitely smaller than the 3M. So I would say it's most like the 1M. It is not the 1MR, so this is the 1MR, which has this super, super fine point, which I love to write with. So not there yet, but this is a good step. Like I definitely feel like Sharpie's heading in the right direction with all their markers if they want to be competitive with Posca. What do you guys think of these new markers? Do you like the size of them? Are you going to get these markers and the brush and the bullet, or are you just going to get these ones? Let me know, and let me know what your favorite color is, which favorite pack is. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.